Welcome to Point Blank Period. Point Blank Period.
Point blank period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Ohtani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top 5.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the Niners.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument.
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Like, everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby. We drafted your replacement already. So,
I don't got to talk to no peon.
why not just come back and prove?
This time he really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown
is
man business. Grown man business.
We're going to take time out for 24, Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant. What is your top 5 memories or moments of Mr. Kobe? It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Well, I can't say I ain't really get to watch much of Kobe because one, I was never that much of a true basketball fan. But shout out to Kobe, RP8, RP24. A few of the highlights that I do remember, I don't necessarily have 5 because these are the ones that I've actually witnessed. The Achilles free throws, that is arguably number 1 for me because the toughness to actually do that. I've never seen anybody even attempt to walk on an Achilles, and the fact that you walked yourself back up to the free throw line to shoot those free throws and then leave the game because you knew that you knew that your team needed you to do that. Dog. Made him dog. Next thing I'll definitely say his finale, the Mamba Out finale. It definitely like I said, I didn't get to see much of Kobe play, but it was very touching to me because I know how much Kobe meant to the game of basketball and let alone to many people amongst the world just because of the person that he is. And really just I want to say it was the championship in 2010. That was mainly one of the first memories that actually like got me to focus on him. It was like, bro, he's dominant. I was like, Kobe's that guy. Like,
about Kobe so quick. You done learned something about Kobe in a little bit of time. There you go.
I was like, yeah, Kobe's that guy. I was like, yeah, like he's a dog. Like I can't. I mean, of course, like if anybody's watched this podcast, I've even said it. Like my favorite player is Paul George, and that was just in the time span that I actually like truly watched the game, and it was like I liked his fundamentals and as playing as a basketball player. I liked his fundamentals, but Kobe's mindset and Kobe's overall preparation for the game is what I can say makes him anybody's favorite player. He probably makes him your favorite player's favorite player. So those are the few moments that I think that stuck with me for Kobe. Like I said, RP8, RP24. KD, what you got?
I want to salute you, man. You did great on that topic, man. Touching up on Kobe. I'm gonna send you some tapes that you can watch, and you'll forget about Paul George. But I'm gonna start with what you already named. Game 7 of the 2010 Finals was up there for me. That was his second ring without Shaq, but it was a back-to-back, and it was against Boston. So therefore, it just held a little more esteem to it. Now, he didn't shoot well in that game from the field, but he shot well from the free throw line. I think he had a lot double-digit rebounds, and he was able to close the game out and win that championship. So that's one, because you touched on that. 60-point finale against the Jazz. We're gonna touch on that. That was a great lasting moment. Now, I watched the game. Did Utah help him score 60? Maybe they did. But hell nor there, because if you didn't watch it there in the moment, you wouldn't know that. So therefore, that 60-point game still holds firm. You can't talk about Kobe without talking about the 81-point game against the Raptors. That was a tremendous feat to see a guy score 81 when we thought that was, just mythical or whatever. We didn't see that actually being Mythological, that's the longer one. Yeah. Mythological. We didn't see that as an actual real thing. And he ended up putting that performance up. Personally, the dunk he had on Dwight Howard in 2006 is a moment for me because that was one of my first posters of Kobe. And that was because that poster showed a literal, lack of better terms, excuse my French, nuts in face poster where he demolished Dwight at that point. And if you get the right snapshot and the right capture of the photo, it's just historical, man. I had to have that poster. Sorry, Dwight, but that's who you were on my wall. You were getting dunked on by Kobe. And the last one will be the first ring he got without Shaq in 2009. Over, my bad, Dwight, over the Magic and Dwight again. And just being, the narrative was he couldn't win without Shaq. So to get over that hurdle and get it done with Paul Gasol and Lamar Odom and the other guys, Derek Fisher, of course, that was a big moment. So, and that was the moment of the year where everybody was leading towards LeBron and Kobe in the finals, and Dwight and the Magic ruined that, so to say, and Kobe was still able to complete the task. So 81-point game against the Raptors, 60-point finale against the Jazz, the dunk on Dwight, which is my personal fave, Game 7 of the 2010 finals, and then that 2009 first ring without Shaq over the Magic. That's my top 5 moments.